What's up, guys? My name is Jimmy Mahalik and welcome to my YouTube channel. Since this is my first video, I figured I would tell you a little bit about my journey and how I got to where I am today. So back when I was like 17 or 18, I was fascinated with computers, and this was almost 20 years ago. I'm 37 now. And I remember I had my first internet business, which, today you would call that affiliate marketing. Back then it didn't even have that name. And, at 17, I was, working part-time out of high school at a job at a grocery store called Giant Eagle. When I was 18, I was working as a server, restaurant server at a restaurant called Perkins. And I remember my first goal was that I just wanted to quit my job and not have to go to work every day. Going to work every day sucked. If you were 5 minutes late, you'd get in trouble. And, if you didn't work that day, you didn't make any money. And that was the number one thing I hated. I didn't want to be a millionaire. I didn't want to, sure you did, but it was unconceivable to an 18-year-old. So, my first business, eventually it made enough money to where I could quit my job. I was making the same amount from my internet business that I was working as a server. And I remember I wanted to quit my job, and my mom was like, "You better not quit your job, Jimmy. You got bills to pay, you got a car payment to pay." And I went for it. I quit my job. I hated it, and I never looked back. And thank God I didn't listen to my mom's advice, because who knows where I would be today. I'd be working every day at 9 to 5 somewhere. So, yeah, 18 years old, first internet business, and 2 years later, I had my first Lamborghini. And I had my first house, and things were just rocking and rolling. And I've learned a lot since then. In those almost 20 years, I've learned a lot about internet marketing, internet business, and I do things a lot differently than, a lot of people that have only been in it for a couple years. And I've actually had 3 completely different businesses since then that I've grown from 0 to over $1 million per year. And I think that's a cool milestone to hit. And the business I'm working on now, that I've been working on for the past year or so, is called Amazon FBA. And Amazon has this program called FBA, which means Fulfillment by Amazon. And they actually do all the shipping for you. They do all the handling for you, all the customer service. And they have this whole platform that, they spent billions of dollars on. And you can actually start your own little side business for very low cost. If you wanted to start a regular business without this, you have to go and get a storefront or get a business, and you got to get insurance, you got to get employees, you got to pay rent, and I've been there. It sucks. Having employees sucks because you rely on them, and they never do as good of a job as you do. And they just want to get their paycheck, and they want to go home at 5 o'clock. And so, throughout the years, all my businesses that have been super successful have been successful because of the internet and the leverage you can get. Once you get something working a little bit, you just replicate that and scale it up, and it can go from 0 to millions in a year or less. So Amazon FBA has been working great, and I can see that pattern where you can start to scale it, and I have been. The last 2 products that I launched, the first one, I sold $14,000 in the first month, and the second one, I sold $17,000 in the first month, and I sold completely out. I actually sold 1,000 units of that, and just completely sold out and ran them dry. So I've learned a lot. I've had some products that didn't work out so well. I followed some advice that I learned, and there's a certain criteria you look for when you're finding a product to sell on Amazon, because Amazon sells everything. They sell millions of products, and the interesting thing about that is that over 50% of all the products that are sold are actually sold by individual people like me, or small and medium-sized businesses. People that are doing this on the side. They have a 9 to 5 job and they're doing this for side income, or people that have 1 or 2 products and they make anywhere from a couple thousand to $10,000 a month, and it kind of pays, all their bills or half their bills or whatever. So it's a nice business because you can start small and you can grow from there. And, everybody's goal is, well, not everybody's goal, but, if you want to, you can quit your job eventually and kind of go from there. So I've kind of, learned a lot. Like I was starting to say, I one of my first products that I launched, fit all this criteria. I found that it had low reviews, it had good revenue and all this stuff. But what I learned after I had already bought this product, sent it to Amazon, and started selling it was that particular product, the main search, only got 10 searches a day. So, for that search, I was getting 0 to 1 sales a day. And I actually, because I know a lot of stuff, and I actually ended up making that product work, and it made some money, but not nearly what a bunch of my new launch products make, because I've just learned kind of how to dial in, how to search for products and what to look for and stuff like that. So, the basis is, I'm going to show you in the next video how I search for products. But what you do is you search for products, find a product you like, you order a sample of it, make sure you get the actual sample in your hands and see if you like it. And if you do, you find a manufacturer to make you 500 of them or however many you're going to start with, and you ship those directly to Amazon. You don't have to ship them from your house. You don't have to go to the post office, all that stuff. And literally the day they hit Amazon, you can start selling these. So, and then I've learned a lot of new techniques, how to get to page 1. I've learned a lot of pay-per-click techniques. If anything, I'm kind of a data person at heart. I'm more of a technical person than like a designer, creative person. So I love numbers. When I find something that's working, I've kind of learned how to dial it up and scale it from there. So that's what I'm going to be doing in this YouTube channel. I'm going to kind of document my journey and teach everybody a little bit of what I've learned going forward. I'm going to be uploading every single day for the first, a couple weeks, and then I'm going to go every other day or something like that. So make sure you subscribe to this channel if you like this. And if you have any questions, ask me in the comments. I'm actually going to be starting a Facebook group, and it's going to be completely free. And what we're going to do in there is we're going to talk about Amazon. Amazon is changing all the time, and there's new stuff coming in all the time. They just released a new feature in Amazon sponsored listings, their pay-per-click platform, where you can bid different percentages for different layouts, and to be at the top of the search or to be listed on, you can actually have ads on other people's products and stuff like that. So yeah, we're going to be talking about that in the Facebook group and all the new stuff. So the link for the Facebook group is down below in the description. Feel free to join. That's completely free. And in the next video, I'm going to show you how I find a product. And I have like 3 or 4 unique things that I do that I haven't seen anybody or very few people talk about towards the end of the process. Once I kind of get through some of the more basic stuff on how to find a product, I have some more in-depth stuff that will tell you if the product is a winner or a loser. Because I found some products that I thought fit all this criteria that turned out to be not that great, because I didn't know what I know now. So I'm going to teach you guys a bunch of that stuff going forward, because Amazon has millions of products to sell, and the chances of you and me selling the same product is 1 in a million. So we'll go from there. If you have any questions, ask me in the comments. Click subscribe and the bell icon right next to subscribe, and we'll go from there. I'll see you in the next video.